Welcome, dreamers! In today's video, we'd like to showcase some of our recent road trip moments while Ken and I drove from Alberta to British Columbia in Canada, the country that we both live in. We want to start off by saying thank you to everyone who has followed us on other social media platforms now and including this one, our YouTube channel, which we are very excited about. If you guys are interested in watching what Ken and I do get up to and where life takes us and our unlimited amount of shenanigans, and trust me, there is a guarantee that will happen, please consider subscribing to our channel. We do appreciate your support, and it does allow us to continue to upload and create wonderful content with a positive vibe and fun atmosphere. So for you, our daily dose of dream and audience and family, we thank you. And without further ado, let's get to it. And here we have the 700-kilometer historic Cowboy Trail. Cowboy Trail runs from Mayerthorpe, Alberta down to Lambrecht Falls. I do hope at some point you're able to see it. And here you're going to see lots of rock and rubble off to the side. This area is in the Crow's Nest Pass, and it is known as the Frank Slide. Back in 1903, on April 29th, 1903, there was a massive rock slide that buried part of the mining town of Frank. It was in the district of Alberta of the Northwest Territories here in Canada, a very sad and horrific moment in history. I will do a future video about that. Now, going past this, you will come up to the British Columbia sign going from Alberta to BC. And here we go. And we're right into it. Here we are in beautiful British Columbia. And as you can see, it's went from only a bit of Alberta to boom, we're in BC. And I'm sorry for that, but we do have other videos where I'm going to show you just Alberta, which is the province we live in. We have another place we go to in BC, so we go there often, and you'll probably see lots of videos from British Columbia. In this particular area of BC, it's called the Kootenays, and there's lots of wildlife and beautiful this time of year. As you can see, there's a lot more traffic, but it's a great area. Ken, while I was driving here, Ken was super excited because they had just redid the paint on the lines on the roads. I kid you not, seriously. Any road trip is good with a coffee, especially Timmy's, Canadian Timmy's. This one was a Biebs brew after Justin Bieber. And here we're just going to show you some bits and pieces of our road trip that's going through British Columbia, that's heading to the area of Creston, British Columbia. Just after Creston, you go on this windy road. Everyone calls it the windy road. And then at the very end, it's the longest ferry, free ferry in all of the world. And it goes across Kootenay Bay, and it ends up in Balfour, British Columbia. And just shortly after, here we are coming into the Balfour, British Columbia ferry terminal. And like I said, the longest free ferry in all of the world. Now check out the view. Are you kidding me? It is that beautiful. And here you go, Osprey 2000 and Victoria, British Columbia. We're coming off the ferry. It's just an absolutely beautiful area. Lots of wildlife, most wonderful people, and even a great bakery. You guys have to come here sometime. If you haven't been, you're missing out. And just around the corner from here, if you take a right down at the end of this road, there's a beautiful area called Ainsworth Hot Springs. Don't ever miss it if you come to this area. It's beautiful. And now we're here in Nelson, and Nelson is just one of our favorite spots. Don't forget to check out Oso Negro Coffee Company. Now we're going to get into the Kootenay Hydroelectric Dam. And just a tidbit of information about BC. The province of British Columbia in Canada is the westernmost province here in our country. It is defined by its Pacific coastline and mountain ranges. The nature areas such as Glacier National Park offer hiking and biking trails, as well as numerous campgrounds. Never miss the lakes in British Columbia. And here we have a beautiful view of Sunshine Bay on Kootenay Lake, which is about 25 kilometers from Nelson, British Columbia. You're going to see lots of wildlife here and insects and birds, and of course spiders. Spiders is one thing Ken is not a fan of, God bless him. Beautiful sunrises and sunsets. And while traveling through BC, just be very, very respectful and stay in your vehicles when you approach any kind of wildlife. And no trip's complete without a Slurpee and a Stormtrooper helmet. And one of the best things to do here is fishing. And because we live in Alberta, there is sometimes a thing called Battle of Alberta. It's the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers, and it's a war for hockey. We love it. Just listen to this. Oh, put you to sleep. And of course, Ken and Cheryl always trying to be cool. Here we are on a cruise. Just some pictures of us along the road trips we've been on. And of course, Ken and Cheryl, we were on another cruise in this picture, and this was in Kaslo, BC. And our famous hummingbirds. Sorry about the dew first thing in the morning on the glass. I'll try and get a better one for the next video. And no better way to end the road trip. And as our channel is, and as we always say, whether you dream big or you dream small, remember never to stop dreaming.